gosh, did you guys see that? It's a hummingbird just ran right in front of the camera there. The hummingbirds are everywhere in Arizona. It's so pretty here. I wish we had a hummingbird feeder here for them. It looks like they used to have one there. Do you hear the bird? That tree is full of birds. I put a little bit of bread out there for them this morning. And look at the mountain range. Those are the McDowell Mountain Range, I believe. And it's so beautiful. I mean, I'm coming back on October 18th, and I'm not staying here. I couldn't stay here because this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath house, and it's just going to be me. But I'd be a little freaked out at night, I think. But as you can see, this is in a $1 million neighborhood where the houses probably start at 1.5 million, I'd say, for the smallest house. Even though some of them are like this house and they're 26 years old, you can see that that is the valley. I'll try to go slow so you can see it. But the views from every single window in this house are spectacular. Now the neighbor's house here, right next door, let's go out so you can see it right there, is probably starting at $6 million. It's huge. The little one I'm in is only 2,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and it Airbnbs for $250 a night all in, with your cleaning fee, application fees, taxes, and all that. And these are just the little birds that came out. I think they're just pecking at the bread that I put in there, but you'll hear all kinds of animal noises out here. And as you can see, it has a really nice yard, and you could see the valley of all the houses in the neighborhood as you go down this slope. Now we are on Overlook Court, so we have an overlook, and it's gorgeous. It has the big trees here. Since it's my last day, I wanted to show it to you real quick. That's the master bedroom right there. And this house is 26 years old. And the couple that lived here, I believe, were in their 90s. So nobody's been here for a while to do anything. I'm only the second person, I think, that's rented it as an Airbnb. So it is very quiet, like the first man said who rented it. And I do love it. I would definitely rent it if I came with other people. It's actually easy to move into this house with your suitcase because it has ample bathrooms. The water doesn't get hot though. That's one thing, you know, if you're here to take a nice hot shower, it's not the place for you because the water heater pretty much just gets a little tiny bit over warm. The AC does work well, so that's good. And it has this little porch here that you can come out onto. And we've never opened the umbrella, but there's an umbrella. Now, if I was him, whoever is managing this place, I would definitely have some water in there and get a cheap little pump, because that was meant to be like a little water feature and it would really set off the house. If you don't do that, just put some flowers there and put some here that are heat resistant, and you'll have a gorgeous, gorgeous backyard to your Airbnb. I think it's just beautiful. Love it. So we're coming over here. That's the kitchen there with the dining room area. And again, it's yellowy and outdated. Even the toaster's 26 or 30 years old, but it works. But, you know, the little owl furniture and all that, it's not bad for an Airbnb. I mean, you could have 40-year-old furniture in it. It doesn't really matter, probably, to most people. But to young people like my daughter, they really like modern. So I don't think they'd like this as an Airbnb. But for me, I'm more interested in the outside and the hiking trails around the area. So for me, this was fine. Okay, so there's your view. Here's all your little birds and your busy little, I guess, mountain floor activity that you get here. I'll be quiet so you can hear it. You can see there's a lot of activity, and like I said, there's tons of hummingbirds. They actually have a hummingbird feeder right there on their porch in that gorgeous home. And like I said, it's too bad that's not an Airbnb, because I bet that home is beautiful inside. But the number one thing I find that these old homes lack when you come in it to them as an Airbnb is they don't have the air conditioning turned on an air freshener in the air before you get there. And old homes hold odors bad, especially here in the desert. If you have carpet, all the odor in the old carpet goes into the air. And that's the first impression people in an Airbnb get. And if you want them to rent again, you want it to have a fresh, nice smell when people come in. So you should always get there ahead of time and make sure there's a garbage can, make sure the coffee maker works, and just get everything ready so that they'll have a really nice stay and their first impression of your house will be good. But you can see the sun is rising there over the beautiful mountain range. So we're going to have sunrise pretty soon. Today I'm going to the recording studio in not Mesa, but in, oh, I always mess up the names. Starts with a T. Oh, I'm going to be recording anyway. A beautiful song for my grandbaby, who's 4. And it's going to be Liam's song. And it's going to be in a recording studio. And I'm excited to meet Jeff, who I'm going to be working with this morning. So I've got to get dressed up and get ready to go. But this is what it looks like. It's a great place for a writer to have inspiration, sitting out here on the porch. All these little voices. Oh, the sunrise is going to be spectacular this morning, guys. You can see cars are coming from the valley below. And there's so many houses in this neighborhood. I wanted to jog it, but I just haven't had time to run through the neighborhood. But you see, that's the typical size of homes here. So you're looking at, this is over $1 million neighborhood. And this area is called Fountain Hills, Arizona. Okay, let's go look inside. Here's your living room. And again, it's really old, but it's okay. These are all dried flowers. Dried flowers, dried flowers. And the TV really needs to be replaced. It's got a lot of, not static in it, but it has the screen itself, the resolution is really bad. So, most men staying here are not going to be impressed with that. And that's the AC thing right there in the wall. And they somehow set it and turn it off. And you have to be really careful when you're renting an Airbnb that it works really good. Oh, here's the gorgeous sun coming up. See how beautiful that is. I love this. This is worth $250 a night, even if there's a bunch of other things that you don't like. Look at the view. Views are worth everything to me. Okay, so we're going to close that. I'm going to come over here. This is a little dining room. And again, the owls. My dad, who's 90, would have loved this. These are the little owl chairs. And again, this was the 90-year-old woman, probably it was hers. And you don't want all this hanging there. It just looks sloppy. But look at the view. Look at your view. Again, you look out this window. If you can overlook the dried flowers. Look at the pretty birds out there, and the view is so beautiful as the sun's rising. And you can see your neighbor's house, which is a really cool house. I'd love to go in there and look at it. It's so pretty. You really want all these open. If I was renting it too, I don't think they have any crime in this area. I would have all of these open, and I would take this old intercom system that's probably 30 years old and calls all aliens to Arizona. Take it out of the wall. Okay, there's your little Mr. Coffee maker, which was a good idea to buy. $10 at the store, $15 brand new. But you want to get rid of this toaster, because the toaster, you could see, is probably 30 years old. It's an old antique Black & Decker. You just want to, have a new one. It's so easy. A new toaster is $15. And even the kitchen sink here, you could even replace this because that's all yellow. If you were going to rent this all the time, I would do these little fixes. I'd get rid of it. It matches the toaster. But as you can see, that's a house across the street. And it has a very nice little side yard. And those are the homes below. You can see it's really pretty. I love this view. If you have any comments or questions, put them below. There's no garbage can, so we had to get a bag and we're putting our garbage in there. Has a little dining room here you can work in. And again, there was a dried flower arrangement on the table I had to move because all the dried flowers were falling apart all over the floor. And it looked like a dead flower arrangement. It looked like this one. You don't want that there. Just get rid of it. You don't need it. And again, like I can't help myself giving pointers because that's what I do on the Airbnb channel. Nice little bathroom here. Got a garage out here. Laundry room. Okay. And you can even bring your own laundry soap, but they usually always supply it at all these nice little Airbnbs. Okay, now there's one thing I want to show you guys out here. Right here. Okay, you've got a cactus there, which is good. Okay, but when you come outside here, make sure you don't have a dead, it's not, it's a terrible first impression when you see a big dead plant as you come close to your front entrance. You want this to be clear. I would just get rid of that. Maybe put 2 bright throw pillows and a new cushion on the bench. It's a little tiny thing you could do to tweak your Airbnb. I would take this cactus out, if someone take it out, tree guy, and cut these back, because if you even rent to an older couple, you don't want these piercing them as they walk down the sidewalk, because as you can see, they have thorns on them. I think there's some mourning doves here. I hear the little voices, the little tweets. And this is a beautiful front yard. There's the neighbors up there on their porch. Okay, and it's just my husband and I. And there's the houses in the distance there. And we are here on the Overlook Street. I kind of like that beautiful tall bush. It's pretty. Some more birds. And again, the front of the house gave a pretty good impression. It is one of the smallest houses probably in this neighborhood. But it is very pretty and it's on a nice sized lot. Okay. So, it's neat coming in if you get rid of this or trim it back. Just cut off all these that are clawing at people as they come into your house because you don't want that. I'm just saying, I doubt the guy's ever going to watch this, but you just want to have first impressions that are good. Okay, this I would take out. That's really kind of dreary looking and depressing, a dried out plant. When you got a view like this, don't spoil it with dead, dried out flowers at your doorway because you've got a spectacular view. Okay, and here's your living room. And again, even the fireplace would do better without that dead, dark piece in there. And that one, just get rid of it. Okay, so we're moving on. So we go over here, and a lot of people will say when they come in here, like, we only have 2 people, but some people are going to come here with more people because it's a 3-bedroom house. Okay, you don't need all that going on. It looks like somebody actually lives here, and then you've got the old intercom to the aliens there from 30 years ago. Just take it out, plaster over it, and paint. Don't have your personal stuff. Don't have this because no Airbnb person's going to be using it, and it doesn't work. I tried to turn it on with there because I thought maybe it was a TV, but it's not. So get rid of it. Get rid of these little desks. You really don't need that there. Okay, then you come in here and you have a little bathroom. And let's see what we got here. We got a nice little window with stained glass. And, like I say, this is an older one, but it works. You got a working one at least. I've actually went to a house in Old Town in Scottsdale, and it was an Airbnb, and there were no shower heads on the showers. They were broken. So this one's nice. I mean, because they work. And here is the other bedroom. There's 2 bedrooms in here. So it's really a 2-bedroom house. I don't know why I said 3. I guess this could count as one, even though it just has an old 30-year-old couch here. Okay, we're back in the entranceway. We got a little hallway. Okay, and I'm not going to show you the bed because somebody's sleeping in it. Okay. Nothing. Okay, and this is a bathroom, and forgive me for saying that I like this bathtub, but again, you don't want to soak in it because it really doesn't get hot. The hot water heater doesn't get that hot, but it is a nice 26-year-old bathtub. It works well. Okay, then you got this shower here. It's good to put your stuff on. I brought my own conditioner and shampoo, and you've got a good shower head that works. Okay, and then you got a little bathroom here with a little cabinet. It's kind of spooky. It looks like there's hand claw prints on the attic. I think I'd paint that. I'd paint over this attic thing. But, you know, I'm Airbnb Adventures with Jeannie. I'm telling you where to go for Airbnbs. So I'm giving you all the details. This is the place they have. What is this? Oh, they just bought a bunch of supplies for the bathroom, I think, and keep it in there for the cleaning lady. I guess this is where you get towels. We didn't really use that. And then here they have some blankets and more pillows. But you can buy your own pillows when you get here. We went to Walmart, got a pillow for $20 because didn't like the firmness of these pillows. And you can buy your own pillows and either leave them in the town you're visiting, leave them at the Airbnb, leave them at your family and friends' houses if you're visiting them, whatever you want to do. And that's the whole house in a nutshell, guys. You've seen it. This is the Fountain Hills Airbnb that you can rent too for $250 a night, all in. And the guy's nice that you rent from. His name's Joel. I think his name's Joel Schaefer. And you can rent it too. And, you know, I do recommend this for a family. It would be good. Like I said, for me, you know, for me, it's like, wow, there's a lot of birds out here now. For me, it's, you know, I don't need all this space because we're only using one bed. And that's what I told him. The cleaning fee was actually $250 a night. But, I mean, not a night, the whole time you're here, $250. So you have to tack that on. If it's $140 a night and you stay for, like, say, 2 nights, that's $280. Then you got to add a $250 cleaning fee. And then you have to add on the application fee and the Airbnb fee. So always look at your grand total when you rent an Airbnb. Don't look at how much per night per se, because you're going to have a lot of things to add on to that. But as you can see, the ground floor here of the desert is super busy in the morning with all these little birds. And you've got the hummingbirds flying at you out here, which is so cool. But you can see there's big trees. It's just beautiful out here. It's spectacular. It's like an animal wonderland because think about it, probably nobody's been here for the entire year except for one man, Asian man, who stayed here and wrote a review, and myself. And it may be just that the older people left, the Tillmans, and it became a Airbnb recently, and that could be why. So I'm going to do this nice review so people can see it. And again, come to Fountain Hills, Arizona. It is expensive out here. I won't say it's cheap. You're going to spend some money, but it's so worth it. Once in your lifetime, come here and just see the spectacular sunrises and sunsets and hike the trails of these gorgeous mountains. You might see amazing animals when you're walking down the trails. And if you're renting an Airbnb, take my tips if you're a host and really use them, because honestly, little tiny cheap things can really help you out and make you rent it so much more. And that's why I started my channel. I'll be staying in Airbnbs probably every 2 to 3 weeks. And this is Airbnb Adventures with Jeannie. Remember, guys, when you're renting an Airbnb, even this one, message your host, ask him any questions you have, and they'll answer them. They're nice. I've loved every host I've rented from. There was only one who wasn't really nice and had deceptive pictures, but most of them, like this one, had very clear pictures. I knew what I was getting before I got here, and I really liked it. I love the view. That's what sold me on this Airbnb immediately, even though it's 30 minutes from Scottsdale, where I'm going every day, because my recording studio's over there at Scottsdale Music Company, and my daughter's over there. working at a residency. So, I'm in Scottsdale, so it's a 30-minute drive, but it's so worth it. I love this town, Fountain Hills, and you will too. And like I said, if you come with a group, you've got this nice, beautiful patio that you can use. It'd be a great place to have a little barbecue. And you do have a grill right over there. I don't know what condition of it is. It could be 30 years old. I don't know because we haven't even opened it. And we're leaving tomorrow. But guys, check this place out. Fountain Hills, Arizona, Airbnb, $250 a night. I like it. Bye.